Yes, I'm so happy to meet you.
Oh, thank you. My name is Karina and I'm from Nota team. When I started preparing with this interview, I watched your Instagram and I can't stop watched videos with your dog. so, it's so pretty dog.
She's a chocolate lab. She's a big girl.
I also have a dream to have a dog, but now I haven't enough time for this.
Well, I hope one day you'll get a dog. Even though she's a handful, she's the best thing ever. She's changed my life.
Could you tell about yourself? Where you're from? What is your professional?
Well, my name's Casey. I am a visual artist and I'm also a graphic designer. And I'm currently living in the States. I live in Arkansas, USA.
Your works is very interesting. You have work Pixar, yes?
Yes, I love pixel art and creating cool images out of pixels and adding glitch to it and combining pixel art with glitch art and merging the two together. That's really exciting for me to create.
Yes. And you have life filled with different colors. But when you faced with your diagnosis?
When was I diagnosed? I was diagnosed in July of last year. So it's been a year and 1 month since my diagnosis.
How is what are you faced suspicion small, or you need to go to dermatologist just for early diagnosis?
Well, I had a tiny spot on my lower left back and went in to the dermatologist, and this was October of 2021. I'm sorry, October of 2020. Went in and 3 doctors looked at it. They were not concerned. They diagnosed it as what is called seborrheic keratosis, which is the common term for that is a senile wart. And I was 30 years old at the time. So I thought, that's weird. I'm already getting senile warts. And I trusted these doctors, even though it sounded a little weird. But yeah, they didn't feel the need to take it off, and they gave me the option to take it off. Cosmetic purposes. So at the time, me not having great health insurance, I couldn't really afford to take it off. And, I put my trust in these skincare experts. I decided not to get it removed. And 8 months later, the mole grew to be about that big.
Really big size.
And all the common signs of melanoma, bleeding, itching, catching on my clothes. I went into the same dermatologist and, asked them, hey, what's up? This mole has grown to be, 10 millimeters long. And they finally removed it. And sure enough, they biopsied it and they found, by that time it was stage 3 melanoma. By that time it had gone to my lymph nodes. So that's what staged it as stage 3.
Oh. Do any of your family or friends have a similar diagnosis?
Yes, my family has a huge history of cancer in general. Both my mother and my father had, basal cell carcinoma, skin cancer, but they also had stage 4. Both of them had stage 4 lymphoma. So, and then, my grandparents have had history with cancer, aunts, uncles, history with cancer. So I knew at some point I would get cancer.
Mm.
Did I think it would be at 31 years old? No. But it happened, and I'm fighting for my life every day.
This is diagnosis popular in your state?
I mean, no, not really. I know that melanoma is more common in countries like Australia. They have the top research for melanoma because it is so sunny there, and they do get more cases of melanoma. Melanoma more and more is becoming more common in young female women. I don't know. I'm not sure what caused the melanoma. I don't know if it's sun exposure. It's not like I went tanning and used tanning beds a lot. I never really did that. I've always tried to use sunscreen. You know, I have pretty fair skin. I don't know if it's the environment that caused, but I try not to fret over how it happened, and because then, you know, my mind just spirals and it's not good for my anxiety. So I try to just accept it and, you know, face what's in front of me and keep on going.
Do you have sun protection strategy?
I love to wear UPF clothing and clothing that protects from, you know, UV rays. And I love hats. And I recommend to always use sunscreen, and use sunscreen that is SPF 50 and above every day. That's what I recommend.
Every day?
Yeah.
Do you know that sunscreen should use every 2 hours? You know it?
Yes. And reapply. I like to get like the spray, the sunscreen spray, to easily reapply it. Like if you already have makeup on, it's easy to just spray on top of that, and, you know, all over the body too.
Do you use sunscreen at home where you sit near a window?
Oh yes. Like if I'm not, I sometimes work from home, like on the computer, and I definitely use sunscreen even if I'm going to be at home, like, because the windows, the UV rays come through the windows, so I definitely protect myself.
Yes, absolutely. Recently I started reading a book named You Are the Placebo by Joe Dispenza. There he wrote that every person has internal possibilities to recover from the disease. What do you think about it? Can good thought helps to people recover?
First of all, if you could send me that book, I would totally be interested in that. Because I do think that is possible. I do believe that people can reverse terminal illness and cancer of any kind using diet, lifestyle changes, meditation, your thoughts. I am interested in learning about this phenomenon called radical remission, where people have completely reversed their disease. And I am definitely interested into integrative medicine, and I'm doing everything I can to first of all, my diet has completely changed. I'm practicing more meditation every day. I'm doing all kinds of treatments. Really? Yes. And all at the same time doing traditional oral chemo pills and targeted therapy and cancer treatment that way, but combining the two things. I'm I'm doing everything I can to fight this.
And your dogs help you?
Yeah, I mean, it is interesting. My oncologist, who I really love, and I think he is saving my life. You know, he isn't really about integrative medicine. He kind of just tells me to like eat whatever I want, and it doesn't really matter as long as I get my protein. And I totally disagree with that. I think it is the number one most important thing is your diet and what you're putting into your body. So it is interesting. I think he is very, very smart, and he's at the top of his game when it comes to melanoma and treating it. So there's that. But at the same time, I'm doing my own research and finding integrative doctors who specialize in that sort of thing and learning from them as well.
I wish you a speedy recovery. And
thank you so much.
And that the melanoma wish list on Amazon will change on wish list named My Incredible and Healthy Life on Amazon.
Yeah, I know. I hope so. Yes, it has been amazing. People have like really come together and sent purchased like gifts for me, and like it makes my heart feel really, really happy because you know, it gets expensive to everything adds up. From, you know, healthcare in America is very flawed. It's incredibly expensive, and I have, you know, medical bills, and plus the treatments that I'm getting really adds up. And so if I can get any help, that is really amazing, and it definitely helps me along with my healing journey.